Hi, this is Jerry again, and I've got a question for you. Have you ever met someone who just had to say what was on their mind, even if it wasn't wise or helpful or even true? Let's take a look at Proverbs 18:2. It says a lot about this kind of a person. It says, "A fool has no delight in understanding, but that his heart may discover itself." Now, when it said a fool, it isn't talking about somebody who's silly or immature. It's someone who rejects wisdom. They reject correction, and they also have no fear of the Lord. When the scripture says, has no delight in understanding, he's not interested in truth or growth. Learning doesn't excite him, but talking does. When it says, but that his heart may discover itself. In other words, he just wants to express himself. His goal isn't understanding, he's really looking for attention. To put it simply, he doesn't want to grow, he just wants to be heard, not helped. Charles Briggs once said, "A fool is not a learner, but a talker. His wisdom begins and ends with himself." Another great author in a past, Augustine, said, "He who speaks only to hear himself is not wise, but proud." Now that hits kind of hard because pride often hides behind a lot of talking. So here's another question for you. Are we truly seeking wisdom? Or are we just sharing our opinion? When you're in a conversation with someone to debate, do you debate them or do you seek to understand them? Or you just want to make your points when you're talking to them? When you post in social media, is it to build yourself up or just to vent what's on your mind? When someone shares a struggle with you, can you listen to them without needing to throw in your advice? It is better to remain silent and be thought of as a fool than sometimes to open up one's mouth and remove all doubt. When was the last time you paused to understand before you start speaking? And maybe more importantly, who in your life could really benefit from being truly heard today when they talk to you? Let's be a people who listen first and speak. And as I like to say, listen first and speak last. I want to thank you for spending these few minutes here in Proverbs with me. And if this lesson helped you, feel free to share it with someone who talks a lot but listens a little. And until next time, keep seeking after wisdom and don't be afraid to be quiet. The scripture will be on the screen. Read it out loud if you can, and have a great day.